Hello, everyone. It is Self-Care Sunday. Self-Care Sunday. How are you this evening? What are you grateful for this Self-Care Sunday? Tell me about your day. What has made this Sunday, this small business weekend, exciting and grateful for you? I am grateful for all the customers who came through the door this weekend. I am grateful for a fairly relaxing weekend. I mean, we did some work, but some fairly relaxing weekend. But tell me about your day, your weekend, and what you are grateful for this weekend. That is what I want to know. A restful day off. I understand that. We took the chill pill today. Hey, Barb, how are you? Great to have you here live from Pittsburgh. Great to have that. We treated ourselves to brunch out today. We went out for brunch, and that was wonderful. We had went to a wonderful restaurant and had brunch, and that was very nice, very relaxing day. Start to our day, anyways. We had a lot going on. I am grateful to have you all here on this Self-Care Sunday, and the first night of Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah to all who celebrate. I mean, the Festival of Lights, people. The Festival of Lights. It is a wonderful thing. We are broadcasting tonight on both Facebook and YouTube. Any problems with Facebook, hop right on over to YouTube. Cassandra's got the link there in the comments. I was just talking about Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah, Dell. I was just talking about the Festival of Lights. And we lit the menorah earlier tonight. We did. I was the first of my siblings to do it. We got the menorah out, and Rebecca did the lighting, and it was very nice, very nice. We were able to do all that today earlier before coming on tonight. So that was nice. And it's a good first night. I think Cassandra wrapped a picture of something Rebecca already got from Disney as Hanukkah night number one gift. Hanukkah night number one gift. Here's the picture of something you already got at Disney. Enjoy it. But we had small business weekend this weekend. And I know that had a lot of you hopping. Customers were out shopping local, which is great. We had a little bit of a cold spell here this weekend, so they were also buying clothes, which was nice. There's something special about lighting the candles. I mean, the symbolism of lighting the candles for Hanukkah, lighting into the lives, and it's the way our house sits on the top of the hill. It's actually where we have the menorah this year, and it sits out looking out on the window. We have looking up the hill, it looks much bigger than our little menorah on the table is. It's really kind of an optical illusion looking from the street towards our house. So it's really kind of gives you that full perspective on Hanukkah and that full image, the significance of it. So there's something special, and I'm glad that Rebecca likes that tradition, and takes it very seriously. We make sure that we do that every night. So and that's been one of her traditions. So I'm glad that she has that tradition. And they were even able to dig out the menorah, because it's where some of that stuff is stored in the garage is blocked by a lot of other stuff right now. So that they were able to get to it today is a good thing. I'm glad that Cassandra and Rebecca were able to get that out. Hey, Rose, how are you? It is Self-Care Sunday. I'm glad to have you here. Let me find my glasses here. Before I do I'll give you one quote. I got a couple of quotes. I got a lot to cover tonight. I got a lot to cover for you this Self-Care Sunday. I am grateful for what I am and have. My thanksgiving is perpetual. That is a quote from Henry David Thoreau. Thoreau's quote. I am grateful for what I am and have. My thanksgiving is perpetual. Cool. Hey, Rick, how are you? Thank you. Happy Hanukkah. Yes, a little chilly in Florida this evening. Well, it's cold up here. I got a heavy sweater on, and it is cold up here. It looks like you're having a nice vacation there. I saw some pictures of that. You gave us a challenge with your pictures of brunch. A little bit of a challenge with that, but we had a nice brunch today too. Where is the Good Morning, Good Night book? Let's get started here, folks. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program tonight. We are on page 96. Page 96. The world changes. The ground shifts. We still make plans. We still find gifts. Good morning. I got warmer weather coming, Kitty says. It's up to 40 there today. That's good. Going down to 48 tonight in Florida. And, hey, you know, that is warmer than the highs we saw today. I am fairly certain we stayed in the 30s all day and had snow showers today. So, but, you know, we got out and we're about. So that was good. You know, we spent the afternoon, Cassandra, Rebecca, and I spent the afternoon out. Did brunch and just putzed around to some stores and just had a generally enjoyable afternoon, which was nice. So that was nice. Yeah, I know that's not Florida weather, you know. Even the 48 isn't good Florida weather. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Great to have you here. 59. 59. I'd take that. And then I just have a short sleeve shirt under this sweater instead of the long sleeve one I have on. But it is great to have you all here tonight. I got a lot that I plan on covering tonight. And I've got our weekly trivia because Adele. I never said Dazzle. It's treat time. Dazzle and the Pets of Resale. Dazzle and the Pets of Resale. It is treat time. I am sorry, poor Dazzle is like going, you know, probably lost 10 pounds while I've been away with no treats, being denied her treats. But there you go, Dazzle. Makeup treats tonight. There's a lot to cover. I have so much to cover and not enough days in the week, but we're going to cover a bunch of stuff. Because there's a lot going on in the world. And Kelly, I appreciate, I have heard from several people that you really held down and checked in with people. And that is terrific. I appreciate that. I appreciate you as part of our community. Because this has been different without me on every night. And there's important stuff to update you on. There's important learning that we have to learn to drive your business forward. And so we're going to do all of that in the days, weeks, months ahead. But, you know, it is a change. This is a change for us. Even it wasn't as difficult being away, okay, and not doing the show because they had me scheduled and I was doing something every night. So that, and I was disconnected. So I didn't know what was going on. But it's been the last couple nights at home, not knowing what to do at 8 o'clock or in the hours leading up to 8 o'clock, because that's when I'm doing a lot of my show prep or getting things together and everything. It's like, what am I supposed to do during this time? You know, I mean, it's been weird. I'm not rushing to have dinner at 9 o'clock at night. You know, the last couple nights we ate dinner at a decent. It's weird, people. That's all I got to say. It's a different kind of weird. I have a bonus trivia. I'm going to give you this week's trivia. And then I have a bonus trivia. What does the number 131 mean to you? Think about that. Digest that. 131. We're going to talk about that. Our weekly trivia. Again, one of these stories is fake. The other three stories are real. One of these stories is fake. One of these stories is fake. The other three are real. And this is totally separate from my 131. The first story, cheese prices have been falling because of a cyber attack. The bear costume featured in Kanye West, the College Dropout album, is on sale for $1 million. Versace and Lego Group are teaming up on an exclusive fashion collection, or Reese's 9-inch limited edition Thanksgiving Day pies are already sold out. One of those stories is fake. The other three are real. Jennifer, how are you? Great to have you here live. Cheese prices have been falling because of a cyber attack. The bear costume featured in Kanye West, the College Dropout album, is on sale for $1 million. Versace and Lego Group are teaming up on an exclusive fashion collection, and Reese's 9-inch limited edition Thanksgiving Day pies are already sold out. One of those is fake, people. Only one. Here's a good quote for you as leaders. Here is a good quote for you from Simon as leaders. If we want people to speak to us honestly, we must be willing to honestly listen. If we want people to speak to us honestly, we must be willing to honestly listen. That old 2 ears thing, people. You got 2 ears, 1 mouth. Double time there on the hearing side of it. Double time on that. Double time. I got bonus. I have so many bonuses in trivia today. It is like, you know, when this stuff piles up, it is kind of interesting. Did you hear who was raising prices this week? Did you hear who was raising prices? You know, citing all the normal reasons, but I can tell you everything's not $1 anymore. Dollar Tree is raising prices to $1.25. That doesn't just roll over the tongue. $1.25 tree? $1.25 tree? Yes, Dollar Tree is. You got it, Kitty. You got that trivia right. Yeah, I mean, all the normal reasons that costs are going up, but you know, think about that. That is a 25% increase in prices. That is a 25%. You know, I have been encouraging you, and some of you have really been fighting me, okay, on raising prices, okay? And Dollar Tree just raised prices 25%, okay? And will not face a backlash on it. Well, it's only $1.25 now. It's only $1.25. It's only an extra quarter. Yes, that's what I have been telling you now for a long time, that there is room to raise your prices. Dollar Tree heard me, and they went farther. They didn't say a nickel or 10 cents was enough. They went 25%. 1/4, okay, is what they just raised their prices. Okay, so if you have not done anything to your pricing, if you have done no changes to your pricing methods throughout all of this, that should be a wake-up call to you. Dollar Tree serves some of the lowest people. Yes, and it's a good reason to think about your name and your business. That is true. I wasn't even going there. I wasn't even going there with the name. Because their customer won't care. They can spin that. They can still spin that they're providing a dollar value. And everything, that the dollar goes further at Dollar Tree. They can spin it, but a lot of their stores have, you know, like even in the headline for this article, they have the Dollar Tree right up there, and you know, in channel letter signs that sign probably costs you know, this part of the sign probably cost $2,000 or $3,000. It says everything $1. You know, that's they got to change that. Okay. So that is something, but the 25% increase in prices is a big deal. And people at the Fed should be, people across the economy are taking notice of that. Okay, and it is just to provide the quality of dollar store items that they're providing. The costs are more. The costs are more. The cost of trucking, the cost of their heating and utilities this winter are going to be more. The cost of everything is costing more. Um, and quite honestly, that is really a bold thing to say. And it's probably because partly it's overdue. Their price increase is overdue, that they're able to get away with the 25% price increase. Hey, Joanne, it is great to have you here live tonight. So, you know, keep that in mind. If you are still doing the same pricing you were doing a year ago, there is room. Okay. Dollar Tree just cleared the path for you at a 25% increase. At a 25% increase. They have clearly cleared the path. Okay. Um Hard to believe the Gerber baby is turning 95. The Gerber baby, and I just love this. Ann Turner Cook, whose famous face has been printed on countless products as the Gerber baby, is celebrating her 95th birthday. She's been the face of the company since 1928. When her neighbor entered a charcoal sketch of the baby into a contest for an advertising campaign. The artist said she'd finish the portrait if she won, but Gerber decides to use it as is. And Gerber made it its official trademark in 1931. No, $1.20. Cook, the Gerber baby, was an English teacher when she grew up and wrote a series of mystery novels after she retired. Yes, with all the costs rising and the cost of gas and transportation for your products, $1.25 does not sound like much. $1.25 does not sound like much. I've been still able to get gas below 3.20 in and around where the stores are and things, but I paid over 3.50 last week when I was in New York. So in upstate New York, that is. So it is a challenge out there. Okay, what do we have for guesses? I saw some guesses for this week's trivia. Oh, Adele's got no clue. Kitty guessed number 3. Let me get out my list here because one of these things is fake. Have cheese prices been falling because of a cyber attack? The bear costume featured in Kanye West, the College Dropout album, is on sale for $1 million. Versace and Lego Group are teaming up on an exclusive fashion collection. Or Reese's 9-inch limited edition Thanksgiving pie is already sold out. Kitty is correct that Versace and Lego Group are not teaming up on an exclusive fashion collection. Versace and Lego Group are not teaming up on a collection. I got a connection at Lego. And they are not teaming up. Hey, Nebraska, Florida, Angie, excuse me. It is great to have you here live. Great to have you here live tonight. Hope all is well with you in Florida. I hear it's going to get a little chilly. Rose informed me it's going to get a little chilly in Florida tonight. Well, you may have to break open one of those totes of winter clothing for you there. Okay. Oh, and I had a guess on my 131. 131. It's a prime number. Well, that may be true, but that's not the reason I want to talk about the number 131. So let's talk about the elephant in the room this weekend. I know I've heard from a lot of you that you had decent to great sales this weekend as people shop local. And I'm excited for that. I'm glad people were out. But the elephant in the room, okay, like the news media is super giddy. Super giddy. Is super giddy a word? Super giddy. Okay, the news media is super excited. Okay, it is like a Christmas miracle for them that there is a new variant out. Omicron or Omni. It sounds like a bad sci-fi movie. The Omicron is coming to get you. The Omicron, or however it's pronounced. Okay, how they come up with these names, I'm not even going to get involved with. Okay, I'm not even going to get involved with. Okay, but this is like the media has been waiting for this moment. Okay, and the fact that it came to them as the kickoff to the holiday shopping season, okay, which actually started, really, I would say October 1st, okay, if not earlier, but as the kickoff to the official holiday shopping season on Black Friday, that they get dropped this new variant in their lap. It is media heaven. And we have to talk about it because it's the elephant in the room and there's a level of concern. Hey, Julie Jankowicz, it's great to have you here. You small business leader, you out there stimulating the economy, one woman power, shopping at small businesses. You go, girl. So it is a health issue. Okay, I don't want to diminish that the virus is still in control of the economy and control of this world right now. The virus is still in control. I cannot stress this enough, that the virus is still in control of the economy. And it will be for some time. The virus is real. The effects of it are real. But the effects of lots of other things that affect your business are real. I mean, I have one person out with COVID right now. I have one person that has COVID symptoms that's also out. So I have two people with COVID-related things. I have another person who's got a husband that got cancer now. And that's creating all sorts of work-life issues and real issues. Okay, and cancer is an awful scourge on people. Cancer is awful. COVID is awful. There are ways to mitigate COVID, and whether the new variant is, how well the vaccines and all that, the media will play with this for weeks to come. Okay, they will play with Omicron for weeks and weeks to come. So don't get freaked out by it. Don't get freaked out by it. Okay? Stay aware, okay? But don't get buried into the news with it, is what I am telling you. Just like I've been telling you all along, we are at week 88, 89. This is the start of week 88, 89 of this. And I have told you all along to stay away from the news for any significant period of time. Because all it does is drag you into the negative. The news media drags you into the negative. Don't be stupid. So I don't want you to have your head in the sand. I want you to be aware of things. 5-10 minutes of news content a day is more than enough. CNN playing in your CNN or Fox News or whatever your news channel of choice playing 24 hours a day in the background is not good for your mental health. Is not good for your mental health. And so don't do that. Don't have that on all the time, because they thrive. They thrive on the negative. The news media does. And that is why they are pouncing on this. Okay, the stock market drop. It's all this. Okay, there's lots of things that affect the stock market valuation. There's lots of things. And the stock market is generally overvalued, but that's a separate conversation. The reality is don't freak out over this. There are a lot of it is good for I can't tell you how many interviews I have been turned down for because I am too positive. Okay, I am too positive and I am too upbeat on the future of things. I am not negative enough. I am not negative enough for a lot of media. And That's okay. I'm okay with not being negative enough. I am okay without being negative enough. So know that that is okay to to be disconnected from it. Okay, and then not freak out with it. To not freak out about it, and that is so important to not freak out about it. Which is where my number 131 comes into play. 131. While Kelly pointed out that that is a prime number, and I appreciate that, Kelly. I appreciate your quickness with that. 131 is not a number that we often think about or even know about, because none of you know that that is how many subtypes of influenza A there are. Okay, influenza, the regular common flu, is broken into four main virus types: A, B, C, and D. A and B are the most commonly sought after, are reference types of flu. Okay. And you heard numbers like H1N1 or H3N2 for the virus, but there are a total of 131 subtypes documented of influenza A alone. 131 types of the common flu, type A of the common flu. And I share that number and I share that statistic with you. And, you can, just like all the charts for COVID and all the maps and all the things, you can go to the CDC website and see charts going back 20 something, 30 years, I think, plotting how flu has gone around this country. And yes, COVID is much more serious because we haven't had the remedies that we've had for the common flu. Okay. And we haven't had the regularity of shots like the flu shots that we've had for a long, long time available to us. All these remedies for COVID are new, but they are out there. There are remedies. They're working on the pills to treat people with COVID. So there's a lot of good things coming down the pike with this. Okay. And so you can't get freaked out at every little variant. You can't worry about, there will be bumps in the road. I have said all along, this is a roller coaster, and it will continue to be like that. But you are moving towards a period of time where things are more normal, regardless of what the media wants to do with that. And the media likes gloom and doom. Gloom and doom. In the old days, you'd say gloom and doom sells papers. Gloom and doom headlines sell papers. Headlines sell the paper. The facts get in the way of things. The facts get in the way. And so it is with that I share this number of 131. It is to bring your mind to ease, okay, and to not have you freak out over Omicron and what isn't known versus what is, because it's not worth freaking out. It isn't. You've come this far, and you didn't come this far to only come this far. You did not come this far to only come this far. And you have been traveling this for 88 or 89 weeks now. 88 or 89 weeks now, and you did not come this far to only come this far. So know that. Know that you are here, that you are going, that you are still moving forward, that your business is moving forward. And Omicron or whatever next variant comes after Omicron is not going to do you in. The only thing that will do you in is your mindset. The only thing, that is, the mind is a powerful thing. But this is not going to do you in. You are a tremendous asset to your community. You are a tremendous asset to your team, to your family. And Omicron isn't going to be what puts you in any type of shape. Kitty, that's a great question. Kitty's asking if our state is still under a mask mandate, should we still enforce it in our store? I remind you that you are the governor of your store, or governor. You are the governor of your store. You are the governor of your store. You have to do what you feel is right for your store, for your community, for your city, for your team, and for your customers. Enforcing mask mandates has gotten really hard in some parts of the country. Okay, even when they are mandated, and having traveled around, okay, a bunch in the last few weeks, it is really different in where people are following it and where they aren't. And a great example is, well, I'll give you a few examples. I was at Disney. The rules at Disney World, which are different than Florida, where things are not mandated, and Florida can be the Wild West of things on this. The rule at Disney, uh, the rule at Disney is you have to wear a mask indoors and until you're seated and eating, if you're eating at an indoor place. So anytime a line goes in to a building, we had to enforce it. Disney was enforcing it, but they didn't really have to force it. People just did it. Anytime you went into a restaurant, you had to wear one. I mean, you wore one into the restroom because those were in a building. Okay. And people were really good about it at Disney. You did not have to wear it outside. The first fight I saw while I was in Florida over mask mandates was at the airport leaving. At the airport leaving, there were people getting into it with the TSA. I'm like, you've been in Florida, okay? You may have been at Disney, you're on a vacation, whatever, but you choose to get into a fight with someone where it is actually a federal offense, okay? We can talk about it being an offense, but there it's actually a federal offense in an airport. That's where they fought it, okay? We came home and we're right in upstate New York because my sister was visiting. And we were right in upstate New York, and New York had some of the toughest rules for the longest time. And we were the weirdos. You know, we showed up to lunch to meet everybody, the family, for lunch, and we were the weird ones in New York wearing our masks going into the restaurants. My sister was up from Texas, which is also the Wild West of mask wearing and has been for a long time in this. And she was wearing a mask going into a place. So, but it is hard to ask your team. It wears on, the biggest part of it is it wears on your team. With being the mask police, you have to know that it wears on your team. Because what they do is they tense up their shoulders every time that somebody walks through the door, whether they're going to have to get into an argument with them. And that becomes the real issue, is how much fighting do you want to do versus mandating it for your staff and trying to do it. You know, trying to enforce it on the general public is incredibly hard. And I have advocated that it not be the responsibility of merchants to enforce it. I've advocated at both a national and state level for that not to be the case, that it not be merchants' responsibility to enforce mask mandates. You know, and it is incredibly hard. And so that makes it hard for your team to come to work. And that makes it hard where they tense up and they stress out over it all the time. You know, and a lot of customers appreciate it. They appreciate it when staff's wearing it. I certainly have more staff wearing it now than they did a couple weeks ago. As even I, you know, look on the cameras and I see my staff, because I haven't been in the store a lot. I was in the store Friday briefly. But you know, I can see when I pull up the cameras that more people are wearing a mask, but it's not mandated here right now for employees or customers. And but I have avoided making them the mask police, and that is really what it comes down to. Is the stress that it puts on your team just isn't fair. That's the part that I don't like, because even if everybody is following the rules, so even if everybody came in wearing a mask, every time they hear the door open, they tense up. Every time. You can watch them. You can see it. Like I can see it. You can see it on camera. You can just wait for it. As soon as that door opens, and if you have a bell or a chime that goes off, it is like you're electrocuting your staff at those things, making them the mask police. It is incredibly difficult. And so even my staff, some of my staff that have advocated that we mandate it, okay, I have turned that around because of that. I have said no to it because of that. Um, Even though when we're in store and we're out places, we wear our masks. And typically, what you find around places is those that are vaccinated are the ones that are most compliant and wearing their masks. It is, and so you're putting a strain on yourself. If you're doing everything you can to protect yourself and your team, you're probably, I would argue that you're doing your mental health more problems by fighting people. It is just it is just a battle. It's a battle with stupidity. I think somebody had said, you can't fight stupid, and when I mean, really, that airport example is really the perfect example. Literally a federal offense. I mean, you joke with the term, it's a federal offense. I mean, you think of growing up, your parents were like, that's going to go on your permanent record. Well, this is a federal offense, okay, in an airport, to not be wearing a mask. And that's where you choose to get into a fight. I mean, that isn't the brightest person. That is not the brightest person. Pick a fight at your local Walmart over wearing a mask or not wearing a mask, but to choose that as your place to lay down your sword, um, and it's just don't I don't. There are so many things that have stressed us out over 88, 89 weeks, which is an incredible number of days, an incredible period of time that we have traveled with this, and we will continue to. I mean, you're heading towards 2 years of this pandemic, and that's a long time. That's a long time. That's a long time. Um, and there will continue. There will be another variant after they put this Omicron variant to bed. There will be another variant after that. There will be another variant after that. So we know that. I can say that with certainty. So just do the best you can with that. Um, and know your level of comfort with it, and for your size store. Oh, Rose, yes, it is true kudos to all of us that have taken this path and taken these steps to continue to step forward. You have to continue to walk forward. You continue to walk forward. We walk hand in hand with it, okay? Every week we walk hand in hand with it, and that's why I am still here, even at a reduced basis. I am still here. I am still here. But we're going to talk a lot about it. I mean, in the coming weeks, I have got all these pages of notes of business lessons that I learned at Disney. Okay, pages of them that we're going to talk about. Uh, you know, about reimagining yourself. You know, uh, about how to disconnect and still be connected to your customers in your store, about how supply chain has affected them, about what your imagination can bring you to, um, about the seven dwarfs, what the seven dwarfs can teach us. You never thought the seven dwarfs. I'm there on the ride, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta write this down. Email. Well, actually, I told Sandra to email me this while I was remembering it. You can get off the Seven Dwarfs ride. We're gonna talk about branding, birth rates, scarcity. We're going to talk about problems. We're going to talk about so many things in the coming weeks. I'm going to turn all of those topics and more into an entire episode to discuss, because there's so much learning that we can continue to do. There's so much of this that we can take and help drive ourselves forward, which is why, if you haven't signed up, have you signed up yet for NART's virtual seminar? I know people are excited to get back to an in-person conference next summer. But this winter seminar, is it next weekend already? Oh my God, it's a week away. December 4th through 6th, the NART's virtual seminar with, two amazing presentations that will give you the momentum to drive your business forward. Okay, Melissa is going to talk about how COVID, Melissa Morales from Backed by Popular Demand, is going to talk about how COVID changed the landscape of her business. And Angie Hulus, the consignment consultant and past owner of Absolutely Her in Papillion, Nebraska. I even think I said that correctly. Okay, Angie is going to take us through. It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make a thing go right. And she is going to, the energy in her is just going to be amazing. You're going to learn so much next weekend. If you have not signed up for NART's virtual seminar next weekend, what are you waiting for? Get over to narts.org and sign up for next weekend's virtual seminar. I can't believe it is only a week away. And you want to get signed up. You want to be there. It is available to you. If you're not available for the lot to be there live for it, you'll have access to the recordings, which will be amazing. But there will be live networking. There'll be the seminars. There'll be question and answer. If you don't want to miss it, it is worth your time. Oh my God, the handout! I saw an early version of the handout, and the early version was insane. I got an early preview. The handout, Angie's handout, is insane. It is absolutely amazing, and will give you the momentum to drive 2022 forward. Okay, that is what you are doing. You are taking these steps. You are making these investments in you. These are making investments in you, and the best investment you can make in your business is in your education. Investing in yourself, investing in your team, investing in your education, to give you the platform and the steps to drive yourself forward is so incredibly important. So if you have not registered yet, get over to narts.org/resalestrong. narts.org. Just go over to narts.org. And all the information on registering, narts.org/seminar will take you right to the page. But get registered. You do not want to miss out on that. I can't believe it's only a week away. There's only 2 days left. 2 days left in November. 2 days. You got still 2 incredible days to make that. Yes, Angie's handout alone. You couldn't buy, for the price of admission, you can't buy Angie's handout. Okay? I mean, well, you can't. It comes with the price of admission. But I know Angie, and I know so much more than the handout. You're going to get walked through what she's talking about. Why it takes two. Not one. It doesn't take one. It takes two. So you're going to want to be there for that. And not miss that. Do not miss that. Again, I'll be back Wednesday night. I'm going to be back Wednesday night, and we'll tackle these topics, and we'll continue to move ourselves forward. I'm broadcasting on Sunday and Wednesdays now at More 8 Than Ish. Sunday and Wednesdays at More 8 Than Ish is where you find me. Is where you find me. You know what else is amazing, though, is that this video and everything I talk about, goes over to narcs.org/resale strong by noon the next day. Noon, I tell you, all the files, all the links, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, ring the bell, so you know when another video drops. You can also share it with all your friends in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everybody continue moving forward and knowing that they are not alone running their store, whatever kind of store they have. I'm here every Sunday and Wednesday night at More 8 Than Ish every Sunday and Wednesday night. But if you have a question in between, just email me, Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. That is how we roll. Every night. We start this off. If you were not here at the beginning of the program, our Good Morning tonight on page 96 is the world changes, the ground shifts. We still make plans. We still find gifts. Good morning. Our good night tonight is the world changes, the earth spins. We grieve our losses. We eke out wins. Good night. There's your graphics, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even, a Hanukkah latke party. We will party again. We will party in person. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. But until then, until tomorrow night at More 8 Than Ish, know that you, and most importantly you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I will see you on Wednesday.